Only the CEO can authorize loaner vehicles? Okay. Not me but my sister. I felt inspired to share with you since she's not a Redditor. We have had a bunch of family issues lately. My mom is disabled, stroke, and my dad had a traumatic brain injury a month ago, leaving my sister as the primary caretaker of her household and my parents. I live about 2 hours away and help when I can. My sister has one car that can haul her family, hubby and 3 kids, and she relies on it every day to take the kiddos to school and pick them up. Sunday night, she was coming back from getting groceries when her car just died. Like dead, not starting. If it did start it would run for about 3 seconds and clip off. Her husband and a nice policeman pushed it off the highway and later they had it towed back to their house. Monday, she calls the dealership she bought it from. The truck has about 75,000 miles on it, but it's an older model. Like, '05 I think. Edit. My sister corrected me here. It's a 2010 with a 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. When she speaks to the service tech, she asks about a loaner vehicle to get her kids back and forth and take my mom to doctor appointments and such. They told her that they only give loaners to people with 2021 vehicles and the only person who can authorize the loaner is the CEO himself. I guess they thought they could scare my sister into shutting up about it, but they didn't realize that they were dealing with a frazzled mama who has been dealing with doctors and hospitals for a month because of my dad's injury. One phone call to the CEO later. She's in his office writing a report about the service tech and signing papers on her loaner vehicle, which the CEO did mention they had 5 or 6 to choose from. He also didn't know any policy about having to go through him to authorize a loaner. As she was leaving, she heard the CEO on the intercom calling for the service tech to come to his office. Bottom line, don't mess with frazzled mamas who are at the end of their rope wondering how to get her kids to school and her mom to the hospital to visit her dad. She might just do exactly as you suggest. Edit. Clarity. Lol, loaners only for 2021 car purchasers. I'm sorry. How many brand new cars are breaking down and what manufacturer is this so I can avoid buying them? Her last fuck was gone a long time ago. Is this some kind of rinky-dink dealership? But it does sound like a rule a lazy CEO would come with then forget about. Cyan did this to me on the first Gen XB. You might see them driving around with broken rear hatch handles. Well, there was a recall. I just happened to pre-ordered mine and had one of the first XB in Utah even before there was a dealership. When the recall came out my rear handle was hanging on with duct tape. I took mine in for the recall and I got told I wasn't in the recall. Again, first in Utah. I called Toyota Care. Next thing I know, the rude guy that told me off before was acting like he did something amazing. I've got a loaner for you and such. I just said, or you can apologize and say Toyota called you and you fucked up. He did and I got to drive a new Tundra for a week. That gas mileage sucked. Oh, to have been a fly on the wall for that conversation. Seriously, what's the service guy's deal? A 10-plus-year-old car at the end of the warranty are the customers you want to bend over backwards for, as they are the ones that are likely going to be buying a new car very soon. Not the ones that their brand new car is in the shop long enough to need a loaner. Because if I just paid enough for a brand new car and it was already breaking down, I sure as hell would not buy another one of their cars. I'm happy that your sister has good enough connections to talk to the CEO. That would be pretty difficult at the company I work for. I'm assuming by CEO you mean the owner of the dealership and not the CEO of the auto manufacturer? My mom often gets scammed like this at the car dealers. Or when she takes her car for a service, etc. They have no respect for women, but as soon as I stand there or go with her, they change their tune. Very annoying. The service guys were using the loaners themselves and claiming that customers had them. I'm glad she was able to get a loaner, and sorry you were all having a very rough time. I doubt the service tech made that rule up though. Why would they care if your sister gets a loaner or not? Usually those policies come from the top. Nice story. But I want to toss in something else. You say your sister is the full-time caretaker if your parents. If you're on the U.S. Have you looked into state resources? Some states will pay family members who are carers of family. Not much, but a couple $100 per month could help. There are also babysitting resources in some states, where they come in and take care of the prison for a day so the family has a day off. As she was leaving, she heard the CEO on the intercom calling for the service tech to come to his office. Yikes. Instant karma. Mama bears ain't got no time for that. Stand back and watch them devour your gatekeepers. I have worked in the auto industry 5 years and never heard this. Lol, I mean I work for a government entity and we can't accept loaners cause it is improper and my workers suck at driving, so they would crash it. But whenever I send a car to a dealer or bring my trust 2009 Volvo, they immediately say, "Do you need a loaner or a ride home?" I live in NY, so I politely decline and go the 3 days without a car. More power to frazzled mama bear. Also remind her to not bottle it all in, to allow help and take a breather every now and then. Somewhere there's a service tech complaining about Karens. What did the tech get out of being a dick? Does he get to drive the loaners if they're not being used? Sounds like the alternator. Only the CEO can authorize loaner vehicles. Put him on. Tomorrow on our Malicious Compliance. I work as a services tech at a car dealership. My manager wants to cut expenses on loaner cars for people whose cars broke down by telling people that only owners of 2021 vehicles get loaners and any others need the CEO's permission. Thinking no one would really bother to contact the CEO, I ask him for confirming this policy via email. Cue Karen hysterically demanding a loaner for her kids and really contacting the CEO, who of course never heard of the policy. I get called into his office. Print out the email. Boom. Manager fired.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.